Welcome to Lady Bulldogs softball. This evening is a region contest between the Lady Bulldogs and the Rockets from Rockvale. We are getting ready to go through the lineups. As you can see, coaches having the discussion with the umpires at this point. We will go through the starting lineups and get things going. Bulldogs coming in a little bit of a rough start. They are 10-12-1 on the season. Hopefully get things rolling here. Busy week of softball. We've got a district, of course, the region game tonight, then a district game Thursday, and another region game on Friday. And the coaches are breaking up, and we're going to get things rolling here at Smyrna High School.
This is Mike King. Welcome to Smyrna High School, home of the Bulldogs. This contest is being played according to the rules of the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association. TSSAA rules provide for fair competition among players. Our athletes recognize that judgment calls are made in good faith and that they must abide by the decisions of the official. Spectators are important in this process too. Fans can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Each fan is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. Spectators can support their high schooling by refraining from derogatory remarks or cheers. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school athletics. The TSSAA hopes that you will enjoy this contest and support your athletes and your high school in a positive, sportsmanlike manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Smyrna High School and tonight's contest between the visiting Rockvale Rockets and your Lady Bulldogs. Starting lineups for tonight's game. First, with the visiting Rockets. Batting first, playing center field, number 9, Mallory Goetz. Batting second and pitching, number 16, Caroline Stevens. Batting third and catching, number 44, Ella Morgan. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 14, Caitlin Carpenter. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 15, Fiona Joyce. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 21, Ella Cunell. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 8, Ava Flutie. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Mia Bateman. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 7, Gracian Hill. And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Bulldogs. Leading off, playing center field, number 21, Sarah Quintal. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. Batting third, playing second base, number 22, Star Paredes. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 7, Kyla Lowe. Batting fifth and catching, number 18, Charlie Baliaz. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 17, Lily Lane. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Labrero. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 27, Ava Peck. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. In the flex position tonight, the pitcher, number 0, Peyton Baileyaz. Smyrna is coached by Lonnie Drayton. He's assisted by Jordan Johnson and Bailey Griffith. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Direct your attention down the first base line for the playing of the national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pregame is done. Starting lineups are in. We will pause while Baileyaz gets loose. We'll be back with you in just a moment for some Lady Bulldogs softball. All right, we're ready to get things started. Leading off for Rockvale, the center fielder, number 9, Mallory Goetz. Getting things started here for the Bulldogs. We are underway with ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Defense for the Bulldogs. Left fielder is Aaliyah Barnes. Center field, Sarah Quintal. Right field, Lily Lane. Ball right back through the middle. That gets into center field. So a leadoff single will get things started for Rockvale here in the top of the first. The rest of the defense after this. Now batting the pitcher, number 16, Caroline Stevens. Third base is Elizabeth Librero. Shortstop, Kylie Travis. Second base, Star Paredes. First base, Kyla Lowe. Catching tonight is Charlie Baileyaz and Peyton Baileyaz in the circle for tonight's ball game. The 0-1. Called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the first. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded to short. Travis goes to Paredes at second. Does not get it. So the fielder's choice is going to put runners at first and second. We're going to see a runner for the catcher. Now batting the catcher, number 44, Ella Morgan. So runners at first and second. We do have a courtesy runner at first for the catcher. First pitch from Bailey as misses up and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Called strike one. A ball and a strike. Bailey as checks the dugout for the pitch. As you can see, the right side of the field is going to be fighting the sun. Pitch called. Strike two. A ball and 2 strikes. The sun setting almost halfway down the line between home and third. It's going to make things tough on the right side of the field. Pitch is up. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With a 5:30 start, that will be a lot of the ball game. The 2-2 misses down. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch taken for a called strike 3. With the look of that one, it's going to be an interesting evening. Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Caitlin Carpenter. So Carpenter will step in with runners at first and second, 1 away. Pitch from Bailey as called, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Once again, Bulldogs come in at 10, 12, and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Played a bunch of games over spring break. Ended with the Bob Jones. The 0-2 hit softly on the infield just over Paredes' head. It gets down, but runners only advance 1 bag. So the single is going to load the bases for the Rockets. Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Fiona Joyce. So Joyce will step in. Swings at the first pitch. Pops out to Paredes for out number 2. Now batting the right fielder, number 21, Ella Cunell. So Cunell steps in. Bases loaded, 2 away here in the top of the first. Bailey as to the plate. Misses in. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldog defense getting tested early. The 1-0. Down and in. Ball 2. She went to first like it hit her. The umpire did not call it until she went to first. Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Ava Flutie. So Flutie will step in, bases loaded, 2 away, 1 run is in. Takes the first pitch for a call, strike 1, no balls and a strike. The hit batter does plate the first run for Rockvale. Pitch floated over short. That gets down in front of Barnes in left. She gets up with it quickly, but the single scores the second Rocket run here in the top of the first, making it 2-0 Rockvale. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Mia Bateman. Bateman steps in. Bases still loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the first. First pitch grounded to Paredes at second. Goes to low for out number 3. That ends the first, but not before. Rockvale scores twice. Bulldogs coming to bat trailing 2-0. Bottom of the first, Bulldogs trail 2-0. Quintal, Travis, and Paredes will be the first three hitters for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first inning.
Leading things off for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 21, Sarah Quintal.
So Quintal will step in, try to get things rolling for the Bulldogs. Again, trailing 2-0. The first pitch, taken for a called strike one. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. Fouled right back at you. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Changeup swung on off the end of the bat. Pitcher picks it up, flips backhanded to first for out number 1.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis.
Well, Travis will step in. Nobody on, 1 away. Quintal with the swing bunt. Doesn't quite beat it out to first, so see if Travis can get things started for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch is up. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And we've coaches taking glasses out to the right fielder because, again, the sun setting is going to be a bear on the right side of the field on a ball hit above head height. It will make things very, very hard to see, but that's one of the features here at Smyrna that you kind of get used to. The 1-0. Taken for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks as though we are going to have an interesting strike zone this evening. Wider than it is tall. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, the changeup. Tries to check her swing. Takes it for a called strike 3. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. So Paredes will attempt to get things going for the Bulldogs. She'll step in. Nobody on, 2 away. Again, Bulldogs trailing 2-0. Paredes takes the first pitch for a call, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Rockvale comes in with a record of 5-7. I kind of find that hard to believe, simply because that doesn't seem like enough games at this point in the season. That pitch misses down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Misses up, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Again, this is a region matchup. Rockvale is in the other Rutherford County district. Smyrna is in the north, Rockvale in the south. The 2-1, that's fouled back, gets out of play, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kyla Lowe waits on deck for her opportunity. The 2-2. Changeup is swung on. That is fouled out of play. That ball is not coming back. Donation to the creek that runs beside third base. The 2-2. Swung on. Fouled out of play over the first base dugout. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Paredes. Misses down and away. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher toes the rubber to the plate. The 3-2 is popped up. Center fielder calling for it. Almost overruns it, but not quite. Makes the catch for out number 3. That'll do it for the first. We will go to the top of the second. Bulldogs trail 2-0. Top of the second. Bulldogs trail 2-0. 9-1-2 coming to the plate for Rockvale. Leading off for Rockvale, the left fielder, number 7, Grayson Hill. So Hill will step in. Takes the first pitch down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, and Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe, Charlie Bailey-Az behind the plate, and Sister Peyton in the circle. Delivers that pitch for a call. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The first pitch that Peyton threw was with a brand new ball. Didn't like it, so swapped those out. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Misses down. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 fouled off. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bailey-Az gets the strikeout for out number 1 here in the top of the second. That'll take us back to the top of the lineup. Now batting number 9, Mallory Goetz. First pitch fouled off. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Misses down. A ball and a strike. Bulldogs face some very good competition down in Alabama at the Bob Jones. Came back with some stories. The 1-1 misses in. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Couple of high-profile teams that they got to see. The 2-1. Up, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1. Misses up. Ball 4. So the Rockvale leadoff hitter is on. Now batting number 16, Caroline Stevens. So Stevens will step in. She reached on a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Runner on first, 1 away. First pitch taken for a call. Strike 1. Throw down to second. Not going to be in time. So the stolen base puts a runner in scoring position for Rockvale here in the top of the second. Leading 2-0. The 0-1. Taken for a called. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out. The 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by Bailey-Az. Good read by the runner. So the wild pitch is going to put a runner at third. A ball and 2 strikes to the hitter. Peyton Bailey-Az to the plate. Swung on. That's lined down the left field line. That gets past Barnes into the corner. Runner is going to round second and head for third. Throw to third, not in time. So the triple is going to score the run from third. And they're going to swap places. Making it 3-0 Rockvale. Now batting number 44, Ella Morgan. That ball hit hard down the line. Morgan struck out in her first at bat. takes the first pitch for a called strike one. No balls and a strike. Bulldogs trail 3-0. We're in the top of the second. The 0-1. Swung on, lined into right. That is over Lane's head. Gets to the fence. Runner from third is going to score. Hitter round second, heads for third. She cruises in with a stand-up triple. So back-to-back triples. Score 2 runs for Rockvale, and that's going to bring Coach Drayton out of the dugout. We're going to pause as it looks like he's making a pitching change. All right, pitching change made. Couple of defensive changes for the Bulldogs. We'll go over that in just a moment. Now batting number 14, Caitlin Carpenter. So Carpenter will step in with a runner at third, 1 out. 2 runs are in the inning, making it 4-0 Rockvale. First pitch from Quintal goes to the net for ball 1. So the new pitcher is Sarah Quintal. She comes in from center field. Aaliyah Barnes moves from left to center. Gracie Mosley comes in to play left. She will replace Peyton Bailey as in the flex position in the lineup. The pitch is high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Carpenter singled in her first at bat. She hit the floater over Paredes. The 2-1. Swung on, grounded back to Quintal, checks the runner at third, goes to first for out number 2. Good play by Quintal. Now batting number 15, Fiona Joyce. Joyce steps in with a runner at third, 2 away here in the top of the second. Joyce lined out in her first at bat. Quintal comes to the plate, misses high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Taken for a call. Strike 1. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Swung on. That one is floated over Paredes. Gonna get down. Lane gonna get it in. The runner from third scores, making it 5-0 Rockvale. So the single now batting number 21, Ella Cunell. Cunell was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Doesn't like how long Quintal is taking. She'll step in. Runner at first, 2 outs. 3 runs are in here in the top of the 2nd. Pitch taken for a call. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 1-0. Swung on. Grounded back to Quintal. Checks the runner at third. Goes to first for out number 2. Good play by Quintal. Lane fighting the sun there and right. Pitch is down. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing, foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Bulldogs on the backside of their season. After spring break, we're looking at about 3 weeks left. Pitch, changeup, foul down the third baseline. Have 3 games this week, 2 next week, and the season winds down. The 1-2. Cunell fights that off down the first base line. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is up, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on. That is lined down the left field line. That's going to bend foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch grounded to the right side. Paredes to her left. Flips to low for out number 3. That does it, but not before the Rockets score 3. We will go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs trail 5-0. Bottom of the first. Bulldogs have some work to do. They trail 5-0. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 7, Kyla Lowe. So Lowe looks to get something started for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second, trailing 5-0. The first pitch to Lowe, fouled away. No balls and a strike. Pitch misses wide. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, pitcher does not like the brand new ball. I try to dirty it up a little bit. The 1-1 to low. Pitch is in the dirt. That'll help. 2 balls and a strike. Low comes in, very patient hitter. Wide, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1. Flied into left field. Left fielder with a late jump is not going to get there. Ball is down. Low rounds first. She's going to hold there. So the single gets things started for the Bulldogs. And that'll take us to the 5-hitter. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 18, Charlie Baileyaz. So Baileyaz will step in. She bats with a runner at first and nobody out. Takes the first pitch down. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Low, the runner at first. Bulldogs trailing 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. Rockvale scored 2 in the first, 3 in the top of this inning. The pitch swung on. That is grounded foul down the third baseline. A ball and a strike. Coach Drayton dancing a little bit down there at third as the ladies encourage him to move. The 1-1 taken for a call. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Change up, swing and a miss. Ball on the dirt. Low is going to go to second. Baileyaz is out. First was occupied, but Low does move up on the ball in the dirt. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. So Lane will step in with a runner in scoring position and 1 away. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to second. Shortstop checks the runner, goes to first for out number 2. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Labrero. Labrero steps in, having had a big spring break, at least in the Warrior. Takes the first pitch down, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 0-1. Taken for a call, strike 2. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 misses up. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swung on. Fouled straight back. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Changeup swung on. Ooh. That was very, very close. Swing. Ball picked up. Umpire says in foul territory. Advantage Bulldogs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. The pitch to Librero. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Librero goes down swinging. That ends the second. We'll go to the top of the third. Bulldogs trail 5-0. Top of the third. Bulldogs trail 5-0. 7-8-9 coming to the plate for Rockvale. Flutie, Bateman, and Hill are the first 3 scheduled hitters for Rockvale here in the top of the third. Batting first, number 8, Ava Flutie. Flutie singled in her first at bat. She will step in. First pitch taken for a call. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Mosley, Barnes, Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Bailey is behind the plate. Sarah Quintal in the circle for the Bulldogs here in the top of the third. Pitch fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. In the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ball 3. Bulldogs have dug themselves a little bit of a hole here in the third. That pitch is flied into center. Barnes drops back. She comes back in to make the catch for out number 1. Now batting number 3, Mia Bateman. So Bateman will step in with nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the third. She ground out in her first at bat. Quintal and Bailey looking to the dugout for the pitch. First pitch from Quintal. Misses down and in. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs again with a busy week. Tonight's game, and then Thursday they travel to Rival. That pitch flared into right field. That's going to get down. So the single is going to put a runner aboard. A good piece of hitting. Not a lot you can do about that. Now batting number 7, Grayson Hill. Hill will step in. Runner at first, 1 out. Hill was a strikeout victim in her first at bat. Takes the first pitch, throw down to second. In time, tagged by Travis. Heck of a play by Travis to make the catch and the tag there. Ball 1 at the plate. So Hill now steps in, nobody on, 2 away. Takes that pitch up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Swung on, popped up. Travis makes the catch for out number 3. So the Bulldogs put a 0 up here in the top of the 3rd. We will go to the bottom of 3. They trail 5-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Bulldogs trail 5-0. 8-9-1 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 16, Ava Peck. So Ava Peck will get things started for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Looking for base runners. Whatever it takes to get on right here. Peck checks her swing. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Hits her in the helmet. She will go to first. Again, sometimes whatever it takes. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. Oh, Barnes ready to step in. Peck at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Called strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 swung on, flied into right field. Right field gets over her head. It's going to roll to the fence. Barnes is going to chase Peck. Peck is going to round third. She's going to head home. Barnes holds up at second. So Peck scores on the double. Making it 5-1. Bulldogs chip into the lead here in the bottom of the third. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 21, Sarah Quintal. So Quintal will step in. Bulldogs break the goose egg. They now trail 5-1. She bats with a runner at second and nobody out. The pitch misses up, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Quintal ground out in her first at bat. The pitch. Second baseman bobbles it. Going to be an infield single for Quintal, putting runners at first and third. The slow roller, not sure what to do with it there. So runners at first and third. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. Travis was a strikeout victim in her first at bat. She will step in. Runners at the corners, nobody out. 1 run in the inning. The pitch to Travis, swung on, popped up. Center fielder is going to make the catch. Barnes is going to tag and score. So the sacrifice fly scores the second Bulldog run. That'll put a runner at first with 1 out. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. The pitch to Paredes is ground through the left side. That gets into left field. It gets under the glove of the left fielder. Quintal rounds second. She'll go to third. Paredes to second. Single and an error is going to put runners at second and third. Bulldogs trail 5-2. Again, runners at second and third with 1 out. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 7, Kyla Lowe. So Lowe will step in. Lowe singled in her first at bat. A single right here scores at least 1. If it gets into the green, it could score Paredes from second as well. The first pitch to Lowe, swung on, popped up. Second baseman goes back, makes the catch with both feet in the grass. Did not look overly sure about that ball. But it does keep the runners at second and third. And that's going to bring the catcher. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 18, Charlie Baliaz. Baliaz had a dropped third strike, but because first base was occupied, she struck out in her first at bat. Takes the first pitch down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third, 2 away. Bulldogs have plated 2 in the inning to cut into the Rocket lead. Swung on, that ball's into left center field. Center fielder goes back, makes the catch for out number 3. That will do it for the Bulldogs in the third, but they score twice. We'll go to the top of the fourth. Rockvale leads 5-2. Top of the fourth, Bulldogs trail 5-2. They do cut into the lead. Batting first for Rockvale, number 9, Mallory Goetz. Rockvale sending 1-2-3 to the plate here in the top of the fourth. This is the third time through the lineup. First pitch, changeup, swing and a miss, strike one. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Mosley, Barnes, and Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Bailey Ash behind the plate. Sarah Quintal back in the circle. Delivers that pitch high, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Again, Bulldogs trail 5-2. Swung on. That is into left center field. That's going to get down. Barnes over. She cuts it off. Throw into second. Not going to be in time. So the leadoff double will put a runner at second for Rockvale here in the top of the fourth. Now batting number 16, Caroline Stevens. So Stevens will step in. She has reached on a fielder's choice and tripled in 2 trips. Bats with a runner at second, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. First pitch from Quintal, grounded to first. Lowe looks at third, thinks about it, decides to step on first to get the sure out. It does move the runner. So now a runner at third with 1 out. Now batting number 44, Ella Morgan. Morgan has struck out and tripled in 2 trips. The first pitch up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0, taken for a call, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called, strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch flied to the left side. Travis goes back, makes the catch in the outfield for out number 2. So with 2 outs, now batting number 14, Caitlin Carpenter. The 4-hitter will step in for Rockvale. Carpenter has singled and ground out in 2 trips. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs back in action on Thursday when they travel to rival Stewart's Creek. Pitch misses in, ball 2. And then Friday, they will be back here at Smyrna against Riverdale. The 2-0. Misses wide, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 taken for a call, strike 1. No, 3 balls and a strike. Pitch line to second. Paredes makes the catch on the line drive for out number 3. Well, the Bulldogs get out of trouble. Put up another 0. We will go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing 5-2. Bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs trail 5-2. 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Lane, Librero, and Peck will be your first three batters for the Bulldogs. Leading off for Smyrna, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. Lane looks to get things started here in the bottom of the fourth. She'll bat first. She ground out in her first plate appearance. Bulldogs once again looking for base runners. First pitch, flied into left center field. Center fielder comes over, calls off the left fielder, makes the catch for out number 1. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Librero. So Librero will step in. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. She struck out in her first at bat. The pitch, up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 misses down, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 up, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 called strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 swung on off the tape. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch swung on, lined foul down the first base line, just outside the line. Librero will come back and do it again. The 3-2. Taken for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs. And here in the bottom of the fourth. Now batting, the designated player, number 16, Ava Peck. Peck will step in. Nobody on, 2 away. Peck was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Swings at the first pitch, flying to center field. Center fielder takes a very hard route back. That ball directly over her head, but makes the catch for out number 3. That will end the fourth. We'll go to the top of 5. Bulldogs trail 5-2. Top of the fifth. Rockvale will send 5, 6, 7 to the plate here in the top of the fifth. Batting first for Rockvale, number 15, Fiona Joyce. So Joyce will step in. She's lined out and singled in 2 trips. Takes the first pitch for a called strike 1, no balls and a strike. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Mosley, Barnes, and Lane. The infield is Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Bailey behind the plate. Quintal back in the circle, delivers that pitch low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch misses wide, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Sun finally at a place where grounded through the right side. Lane is going to pick that up and throw it in. So the single to get things started for Rockvale. Now batting number 21, Ella Cunell. Cunell has been hit by a pitch and ground out in 2 trips. Quintal and Bailey look to the dugout. The pitch shows bunt, misses, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Cunell has a runner at first and nobody out here in the top of the fifth. The 0-1 shows bunt, doesn't get it down. Throw down to first, right on there, out. Dive back into first, dive into the glove. So not only is the strike at the plate, runners picked off at first. On the money throw, the 0-2 swung on. That is fouled out of play. Bailey to Paredes, right on the bag. Runner dives back and grabs Paredes' glove instead of the bag. So 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Cunell steps back in. No balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt, off the knee of Cunell. So she's hit for the 2nd time in the game. She will go to first. Now batting number 8, Ava Flutie. So Flutie steps in. She is singled and flied out in 2 trips. She bats with a runner at first and 1 out. The pitch misses in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 0-1 called, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in the dirt. The wild pitch goes to the backstop. That allows the runner to go to second. 2 balls and a strike on the hitter. The pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Three balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Bulldogs trail 5-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Quintal thinks it's 3 outs. It does take 3. Now batting number 3, Mia Bateman. So she gracefully turns back, goes back into the circle. Runner at second, 2 away. The pitch grounded to second. Paredes takes it off the knee. Runner from second is going to round third. She's going to score. So the error will go to Paredes and allow the run to score. Now batting number 17, Jocelyn Wallace. The run makes it 6-2 Rockets here in the top of the 5th. The first pitch to the new hitter is fouled out of play. No balls and a strike. Wallace was a defensive substitution in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-1. Change up. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Check that. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 away. Bulldogs trail 6-2 here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Quintal gets the strikeout. Now you can walk off the field. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs trail 6-2. Bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs trail 6-2. 9-1-2 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. So Barnes will step in. Barnes doubled over the right fielder's head in her first at bat. So she will step in to get things started for the Bulldogs here in the 5th, trailing 6-2. Takes the first pitch up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Barnes looking for a base runner. Pitch taken for a call, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Barnes still looking for a very specific pitch here. Does not need to be swinging at just anything that's thrown to the plate. The 3-1. That will get her to first. That will get us to the top of the lineup. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 21, Sarah Quintal. Quintal has ground out and singled in 2 trips. She will step in, runner at first, nobody out. Takes the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Catcher out to talk to her pitcher. And we'll pause. Quintal steps back in the box. A ball and no strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch, swung on, grounded up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Shortstop picks it up, flips to second. So the fielder's choice erases the lead runner. The 1-6-4. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. So Travis steps in, 0 for 1. She has struck out and driven in a run via the sac fly in 2 trips. Swings at the first pitch. She tried hard to hold back. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. Foul down the third baseline. No balls, 2 strikes. Quintal makes her way back to first. Travis steps back in the box. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 away. Bulldogs trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-2 is up. Ball 1, throw down to first. Quintal back in easily. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Travis. In the dirt. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ball 3. Throw down to first. Not going to be in time. Quintal back in easily. Counts full. Travis, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Up. Travis Patience works the walk. She'll go to first. That puts runners at first and second. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. So Paredes will step in. She's 1 for 2. Flied out and singled in 2 trips. A single would drive in a Bulldog run, cutting into that lead. The first pitch to Paredes in the dirt. Quintal thinks about it, decides better. A ball and no strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 1-0. Taken for a call, strike 1. That is smart on Paredes' part, making her throw a strike. seems to be struggling to find the zone here the last couple of hitters. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. A ball and two strikes. Again, Bulldogs back in action on Thursday. Travel across town to rival Stewart's Creek in a district matchup. JV will play at 5, varsity at 6:30. We will bring those games to you live. The 1-2 is popped up into foul territory. That's going to get out of play. So Paredes with another opportunity. Ball back in. Paredes, a ball and two strikes. Pitch, Paredes reaches out, fouls it off. Not sure she could have gotten to that ball much further outside. Count remains a ball and two strikes. Runners at first and second, one out. Bulldogs trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 5th, 6-2. The pitch, swung on, grounded to short. Shortstop checks second, goes to first, ball thrown, hits Travis in the back. Quintal is going to go home. And they're saying that the run did not score. They're trying to say that third baseman dropped the ball. The home plate umpire going out to talk to the field umpire. We will hold right here while the umpires talk. So the ground out is a definite out. The shortstop checked second, went to first instead of just going to second. And umpires are still discussing. So again, we're going to keep things right here. And not surprising, they stick with the call. Coach Drayton asking for clarification. It did look like the ball came out after the tag. So you have to keep the tag on. And we will pause while they finish their discussion. Top of the 6th, Bulldogs trail 6-2. Coach Drayton attempted to get the call. Leading off for Rockvale, number 9, Mallory Goetz. So Goetz will step in. She's 2 for 2. She's singled, doubled, and walked in 3 trips. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. No balls and a strike. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Mosley, Barnes, Lane. The infield is Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Bailey has behind the plate. Sarah Quintal delivers that pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1, check swing, found the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 misses wide. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 misses up. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Quintal looking to the dugout for the call. The 3-2. Misses down. Ball 4. So the leadoff hitter aboard for Rockvale here in the top of the 6th. Now batting number 16, Caroline Stevens. So Stevens will step in. She's 1 for 3. Bunts. Librero picks it up, goes to Paredes at first for out number 1. Sacrifice bunt is out number 1. That does put a runner at second. Now batting number 44, Ella Morgan. Morgan is 1 for 3. She is struck out, tripled, and flied out. Pops that one up to the right side. Lane to her right, makes the catch, throw to third. Not going to be in time, but out number 2 is made. And the third base, the umpire in the field had an obstruction call anyway. So the flyout is out number 2. The runner does advance. Now batting number 14, Caitlin Carpenter. So Carpenter will step in, runner at third, 2 away. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play. No balls and a strike. Carpenter, 1 for 3. She is singled, lined out, and grounded out in 3 trips. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Travis to her left, makes the catch, goes to first for out number 3. Bulldogs get out of the jam. They go to the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-2. Bottom of the sixth. Bulldogs trail 6-2. 4-5-6 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 7, Kyla Lowe. So Lowe's going to step in. She's 1 for 2. She is singled and flied out in 2 trips. Leads things off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the sixth. Again, trailing 6-2. Swings his first pitch, bounces it back to the pitcher, who goes to first for out number 1. Now 1 pitch, 1 out. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 18, Charlie Baileyaz. Baileyaz will step into the box. She's 0 for 2. She has struck out and flied out in her 2 trips to the plate. She'll bat with nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. Takes the first pitch down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 misses, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to the Bulldog catcher. Bulldogs looking for base runners. They have scored 2 so far. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Couple of bad base running decisions erased runners in the last inning. The 2-1. Down, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. Picks it up, goes to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up the 6th hitter for the Bulldogs. Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. Lane is 0 for 2. She's ground out and flied out in her 2 trips to the plate tonight. Takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled over the Bulldog dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Up. That goes to the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs trail 6-2. Lane asks for time, steps out. Pitcher taking too long. The 1-2. Thought about it, left it up. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Changeup swung on softly back to the pitcher. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to go to the 7th. Bulldogs trail 6-2. Top 7. Bulldogs trail 6-2. 5, 6, 7 coming to the plate for Rockvale. Batting first for Rockvale, number 15, Fiona Joyce. Joyce is 2 for 3. She's lined out and singled twice in 3 trips. She will get things started for Rockvale here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Mosley, Barnes, and Lane. The infield is Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. That ball aligned past Lowe at first. So the single will get things started for Rockvale here in the top of the 7th. Now batting number 21, Ella Cunell. Charlie Baliaz behind the plate, and Sarah Quintal back in the circle here in the top of the 7th. Runner at first, nobody out. Pitch, bunts at it and misses. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Cunell 0 for 1. She's grounded out and been hit by a pitch twice. Shows bunt. Ball in the dirt. A wild pitch is going to move the runner to second. So another runner in scoring position for Rockvale here in the top of the 7th. The 1-1 bunted at, foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. Quintal to the plate. In the dirt. That's going to get past Baliaz. Wild pitch. Moves the runner to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the hitter. Runner at third and nobody out. The 2-2 lined past Paredes into right field. Runner from third is going to score on the single. So that'll bring the 7-hitter to the plate for Rockvale. Now batting number 8, Ava Flutie. So the 7th Rockvale run in here in the top of the 7th. They now lead by 5. The pitch shows bunt, fouls it off. Flutie, 1 for 3. She is singled, flied out, and struck out in 3 trips. The 0-1. Swung on, flied into left center field. Barnes over, Mosley behind her. Barnes makes the catch for out number 1. That will bring the 8-hitter to the plate for Rockvale. Now batting number 3, Mia Bateman. Runner at first, 1 out. Rockvale with 1 run in the inning. They lead 7-2 here in the top of the 7th. The pitch, swung on, popped up to the right side. Paredes calls for it, makes the catch for out number 2. Now batting number 17, Jocelyn Wallace. Wallace 0 for 1. She has struck out in her first trip. She bats with a runner at first and 2 outs. Takes the first pitch for a call, strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. That is fouled off the netting of the Bulldog dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Quintal to the plate. Pitch is up. Ball one. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Bulldogs trying to keep the damage to a minimum. The 1-2 tried to checker swing, couldn't do it. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs with one last chance. They trail 7-2. Bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Bulldogs. 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here in the 7 spot. As the umpire goes over to talk to the Rockvale dugout. Bulldogs trail 7-2. Need base runners, need runs. Not 100% sure what is taking so long with the change here. There's a chance, I guess, that Coach Drayton has made more than one change, and they're making them all at one time. Again, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here in the 7 hole. Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 27, Delaney Womble. So Womble is the pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Bulldogs trailing 7-2. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, Bulldogs back in action on Thursday as they travel to Stewart's Creek to play district rival Lady Redhawks. JV will be at 5, varsity at 6:30. Both of those games will be streamed live. The 1-0 misses down, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Then on Friday, Riverdale comes to Smyrna. We will have those games live. Again, 5 o'clock JV, 6:30 varsity. 2-0 taken for a call, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Make your plans to attend next Thursday's home game, as that is senior night, as we honor the 2 seniors that are on the team this year. The 2-1 swung on. That's fouled out of play. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smyrna will host Laverne for senior night. Again, that is a week from Thursday. Two balls, 2 strikes to Womble. The pitch over her head. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs looking for base runners any way they can get them. Can't score till you get them on. The payoff pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. Womble works the walk. She will go to first. Looks like we're going to see a runner for Womble, and it's going to be Izzy Baileyaz. So hopefully, it looks like Librero will re-enter as the pinch runner. So she will be at first. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 16, Ava Peck. Peck will step in. She's 0 for 1. She's been hit by a pitch and flied out in 2 trips. She has a runner at first and nobody out. The first pitch, taken for a call, it's strike 1. No balls and a strike. Eight, 9-1. Barnes waits on deck for her opportunity. The 0-1. Wide, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Last chance for the Bulldogs. The 1-1 swung at, right back at you. We're going to pause and fix. The 1-1 in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peck. The pitch swung on. That is popped out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Librero, the runner at first, with nobody out. Bulldogs trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Going to require a lot of patience at the plate to make sure they're hitting strikes. The 2-2 swung on, flied into right field. Right fielder makes the call and the catch for out number 1. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. So Barnes will step in. Runner at first, now 1 out. Barnes, 1 for 1. She has doubled and walked in her 2 trips. Takes the first pitch, down, ball 1. Librero thinks about it, throw back to first. She's back in safely. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 to Barnes. In the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Barnes could get on. That'll flip the lineup. That'll get us back to the top. Another ball in here. The 2-0. Up, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 to Barnes. Misses up. 4 straight. Puts 2 runners aboard. That gets us back to the top of the lineup. Catcher going to talk to her pitcher. We'll pause while they have a conversation. All right, conversations had. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 21, Sarah Quintal. So Quintal up in a big spot here. Takes the first pitch for a call, strike one, no balls and a strike. Quintal bats with a runner at first and second with one away. She's 1 for 3. She's grounded out, singled, and reached on a fielder's choice. The 0-1. In the dirt, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs trail 7-2. Still not quite within striking distance. The 1-1. Swung on, well, check that. Actually, a check swing finds the bat. The ball and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 1-2 to Quintal. Misses down, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. That's over her head. Goes to the backstop. Throw down to third. Ball is out. Runners move up on the wild pitch. It's a big bounce back to the catcher. So runners now at second and third. Full count to Quintal. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Shortstop looks at second, goes to first. Throw over to third. Gonna call obstruction on the third baseman. Barnes is safe on the ground out. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. So 1 run scores. Bulldogs now trail by 4. The batter, Travis, 0 for 1. She struck out, a sac fly, and walked. Takes the first pitch for a called, strike 1. No balls and a strike. She bats with a runner at third and 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs need 4 to continue this. The 0-1. Swung on. That is fouled off the very top of the net. No balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs down to their last strike. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is going to do it for the Bulldogs here against the Rockets. They drop first game of the week, 7-3. Again, we will be back with you on Thursday as the Bulldogs travel to Stewart's Creek to take on the Lady Redhawks in a district matchup. Make sure to come out or tune in, and we will bring that game to you live here as well. So make sure we will have to get the team back together and find some offense. We will see you guys on Thursday. Until then, go Dogs.